Are you suffering from low self-esteem and an abusive, emotionally abusive relationship? I'm here to give you the man's perspective. Hey, this is Paul, and I have been on both the receiving and the giving end of what I consider emotional abuse. I am a heterosexual male, in case that matters. Alcohol abuser. I mean, I drank alcohol abusively for a lot of years, used that to cover up a lot of self-esteem issues and confidence issues I had, and this constant need for validation from everybody, especially the opposite sex, right? And you would mix that up with like NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, except I have tons of empathy and I'm actually a very kind guy deep down. My source was not an inflated sense of self-worth, but a almost non-existent sense of self-worth. Feeling like I was dog shit inside. I had no confidence, no self-esteem, didn't know who I was, and didn't feel like I was capable of anything worthwhile, like I was worth anything deep down. So I acted almost narcissistically, right? Tried to bolster myself up, and I lied and cheated and manipulated and just begged and begged for everyone. I just wanted everyone to like me. I wanted every female of the opposite sex to want me. I just couldn't get enough, right? I needed to get rich, to make money, to be wanted, to be needed. I thought I was going to be the best and I was going to show everybody, and I just drank as much as I could to drown the voices in my head that told me I was worthless. Now, maybe you're a female watching and you have a guy that behaves kind of like I described, and it's abusive, right? It is emotionally abusive. It doesn't matter where he's coming from, and I'm not telling you to feel sorry for him. I'm just saying that I've noticed a lot of searches and articles that are these authors are eating it up, that you're going to blame it on narcissism, and it could be, but this is what I'm going to tell you. You have a responsibility to yourself as well, okay? And I know it feels good to be able to label these things, and he's an abuser and causing me low self-esteem, but when I got sober and started changing my life years ago, I realized that a lot of people had wronged me. I'd been abused too. I had women that manipulated, lied, played games, really brought out this extremely anxious attachment in me and made me freaking miserable and helpless and suffering, right? And put me on the ground for months. But I had to let that go because not that they didn't do me wrong. They did. Maybe I deserved it, but they did. They did do wrong to me. But I have a responsibility. And, being sour and angry over that and researching and reading those articles for years is not going to do anything. My responsibility is to get over it. My responsibility is to heal. It's not to get revenge. It's not to wish the worst upon them. It's not to talk shit about NPD and men or women, as much as I can everywhere forever and be sourpuss. My role, my job is to get over it, no matter what's been done to you. And I've been in programs with people who've been through rapes and murders in the family and just the most insanely terrible things, things I have not experienced. And they say, my job is to recover. My job is to heal. I cannot change what that person did. I can't change if that person is a psychopath or is an abuser or is a narcissist. I can't change that, but what I can do is heal myself, heal my own sense of self-worth that brought me to this person in the first place. Because I know you may think him or her ruined you and wrecked your self-esteem and made you who you are, but I'm going to say that I think you were suffering from something before that led you to a person like this. Yes, maybe they put on a perfect front and the picture and everything was just magical at first, but damn, you let yourself get sucked into that point where they could abuse you. And that tells me right there that there's something in you that's not all well. And I'm not being holier than thou or mightier than you. I'm in the same place still. And it's a daily project for me, to build myself up and grow connected to my higher power and just, be in relationship with myself, and love myself. And that's so cliche, but it's so true that you have to be connected with yourself and just so comfortable in your own skin before you can share that with someone else. So anyways, my point is that if you've been suffering from low self-esteem because of an emotionally abusive relationship, that I understand. And I've been on both sides of the spectrum. And I want to tell you that the emotional abuse could be coming from true narcissism, someone who truly just thinks that they're better than you, and they get off on putting you down and keeping you down and controlling you. Or it could be a person with an extremely low or no self-esteem, right? That doesn't want you to leave them. Um, or, I mean, even worse, they have low self-esteem and they're not even kind to you. They still run around on you and lie to you and manipulate you, but it comes from a place of low self-esteem that they just can't help but need it from other people and keep you at the same time, right? Doesn't a man want to have you and have others at the same time? It's probably because of actually low or non-existent self-esteem, what I see. In the cases of true narcissism, they actually don't even give a shit if you leave. They have no feelings. I mean, they want to control you and keep you around just because out of like a sense of anger, control, but once you're gone, it's like you're gone. The guys with the really low non-existent self-esteems are the one who will cry when you leave, and then when you come back, they're running around again, right? And they just can't have it both ways, and they're just like stuck and helpless. It's ridiculous. So anyways, point is, I've been there. Sorry you're suffering through this, but if you're dealing with low self-esteem in an emotionally abusive relationship, your job is to heal yourself. This person could have done things to you, but you can't hold that resentment forever. It's going to poison you. It's going to make you sick, and you're never going to be able to move on. And you're going to go through a cycle where you're going to meet these people over and over and over again because it's all you're going to be focusing on and paying attention to. And, we're drawn to what we think about. So nowadays, I find myself literally, I don't even have to think about it. I'm just naturally, I don't even talk to people who resemble those people in the past that, treated me that way. I don't even give them a second glance. It's just naturally not there anymore. I have zero interest because I've just moved on. It doesn't matter to me anymore. And that's how you get over something, right? Indifference, not holding on to it. There's a very fine line between hate and love and manipulation and pain and joy and pleasure. It's terrible, right? Those strong emotions can flip on you and screw with you. What's best is indifference, is letting go, okay? And the way you let go is healing yourself and accepting that what happened happened. Ain't nothing you can do to change it. But the future's infinite and vast and profound. And again, your job is to heal. That's all you got to do. All you got to do is heal. Okay? So don't keep blaming this person. Don't hold on to it. Don't hold on to that pain. I'm afraid it's just going to poison you. All right? That's what it did to me for so many years. Those are called resentments. And it's like drinking poison, hoping the other person dies, right? You probably heard that before. It's so true. So true. And that's why a big part of addiction recovery, a big part of every 12-step program out there, the biggest part, is letting go of resentments, dropping those resentments that poison us, poison our mind, poison our heart, keep us stuck, keep us ruminating, okay? So learn to let those go. I know this is just a little teaser for you. I mean, I could talk about this for hours, but it's going to be so important to you to let those resentments go and move on from here, okay? If you're going to leave this person, your job is to heal yourself, not to get back at them. Not to read articles for hours and hours and hours about abuse and talk shit about everybody on Facebook. And please don't, it just makes it harder for everybody. And honestly, it's going to make you feel worse when you look back and think about how you acted and how you behaved. I promise. But what about how he behaved or she behaved? It doesn't matter. You owe yourself moving on and healing the proper way. So I just beg you, don't try to get revenge. Don't air out your dirty laundry, okay? Be classy about this. And again, accept and heal. That's your job, okay? I'm signing off. Take care. Thanks so much for watching. Adios.